Welcome to class 8. This is Firoz Ahmad and I'm going to start chapter 1 geography, and that is resources. What are resources? Anything that satisfy our need. Anything that satisfy our need. Anything that we use. These all are called resources. Like water. When we become thirsty, we use water. We use land, we use pen, pencil, road, bus, train, bike. These all are resource for us. Now types of resources. There are three types of resources. Number one is natural resources. Number two, human made resources. And third is human resources. We would be explaining. We will be see these all the thing one by one in detail. So number one, I'm going to explain number one, natural resources. The resources which occur in the nature. The resources which occur naturally on the earth, it is called natural resources. Like air, water, many more. Now natural resources are classified into different categories on the level of development and use. Second, origin. Third, stock. And number four, distribution. Means all the resources are distributed in different kinds, depending on four things. Number one, development and usage. Means what are their uses? According to their use and development, they are divided in different categories. Second, origin. On behalf of origin, they have also divided in some categories. And stock means how it is stock is, means how much it is available, is quantity. According to this it is also divided. And according to distribution, means how much are found in which area. According to this it is also divided in some categories on the basis of development and use. So number one kind is on the basis of development and use. The resources are divided into two categories. Number one is actual resources and number second is potential resources. So now we would be watching the kind number one here, and that is potential resources, actual resources. So what are actual resources? The resources whose quantity is known. The resources whose quantity is known and that is used in present. These all are called actual resources, like petroleum in West Asia. And now second is potential resources. Potential resources whose quantity is entire quantity, whose complete quantity is not known and may not be used also in present, but in future it can be used. In future, presently it is not used, but in future we can use it. It is called potential resources. Example is uranium in Ladakh. We don't know that how much quantity is available of uranium in the Ladakh, and it is not used also. In future uranium will be used. So if the quantity is not known and not used present day, so it is called potential. And if the quantity is known and it is used present day, it is called actual resource. Now on the base of stock, on the base of stock, natural resources are divided into two categories. On the base of stock means how much quantity is available. So on the base of quantity stock, natural resources are divided into two categories. Number one is renewable resources. Number one is renewable resources and second is non-renewable resources. So renewable resources are the resources which get replenished after exhausting in limited time, in very short time. And second, the resources which are unlimited. Most of them are unlimited. Example is water, wind. These are unlimited and it can be replenished. It can regain again. After non-renewable resources, the resources which cannot replenish in short period of time after exhausting, and they are very limited. Non-renewable are very much, and renewable are very much, and non-renewable are very less. On the other hand, it cannot regain again in short period of time. Example is coal. Suppose if you use coal, if 100 million coal are there and if it is finished, so can we get again from the inside of the earth? Petroleum, if the petroleum is finished inside of the earth, can we get it in very soon? No, it will take million of years, thousands of the years. So it is non-renewable. Now last, number 4 kind is on the basis of distribution. So on the basis of distribution means God has distributed that this resources here and there, this country and that country, not equally. At some country, in some country he has given less, in some country he has given very much. So it is distribution. So according to on the basis of the distribution, resources are categorized into two kinds. Number one is ubiquitous resources, and second is localized resources. So number one, ubiquitous resources, the resources which are available everywhere. These are called ubiquitous resources. Like wind, can you get wind everywhere? And second is water is also available everywhere. Now second kind of distribution is localized resources. The resources which are available in certain locality. They are called localized resources. Like copper and iron, they are found only in limited area. And now next major kind is human made resources. Third kind of resources are human made resources. Sorry, it is second kind. So it is human made resources. The resources which are created by human, are formed by the human, it is called human made resources. Like bridge, road, copy, books, bikes, trains, so on. And the last kind is human resources. Human are also called resource. Whatever we need, whatever is useful for us, whatever we use, these all are called resource. So human are also called resource. Why? Because they have converted all the substances. Whatever was not usable, human have made it usable. So human is also resource. Why? Because they are converting the thing which was not usable, human is making is able to use, usable. So human are also resource. And human do these all the thing due to only three things. Number one, knowledge, second, skill, and third is technology. If the people has these all the three things, knowledge, skill, and technology, they can convert the substance things into resources. And next is human resource development. What is human resource development? So developing the skill, quality, and technology, knowledge of human to create more resources. It is called human resource development. And now the last heading is conserving resources. Resources are very important for us. So we should conserve it, we should protect it. Why? Because when it will be finished, our life will go million years back. Will go back. Today petroleum is resource. So we are using bike, planes, D2 petroleum and other fuels. So if we will finish these all the fuels, what happen? Again we will come on the last track. So it is very important to save all the resources. Suppose water is there, so we should save the water. Electricity, we should save electricity. If no one is there in the room, we should switch off all the fan, all the lights. And sustainable development. What is sustainable development? Using any resources in such way so that these resources can be achieved by the next generation. Suppose whatever resource we are having, if we finish these all resources, so how the next generation will get this? So we should use these resources in such way. Suppose 50 kg, one example, minimum example I'm taking, that 50 kg gold is there in the world. And if we will use these all 50 kg, so the next generation, what they will get? Gold will not be there in the next generation. So what we should do? We will use 10 kg of this generation in this generation, next 10 in next generation, next 10 in this generation. So in this way, 50 kg will go in so many generations. So using resources in such a way that resources can be obtained by the next generation, it is called sustainable development. By this, we came to end of this chapter. Thank you, and next chapter we will meet soon.